Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem weiteren Video auf diesem Kanal mit A Story About My Uncle. Wenn euch das Video gefällt, dann kommentiert doch gerne und lasst ein Like da. Wenn nicht, dann halt nicht. Aber ja, wir beginnen jetzt auf jeden Fall.
Dad?
Aren't you sleeping yet? It's time for bed, honey.
Dad, I can't sleep. Can you tell me a bedtime story?
All right. What do you want to hear?
Something about an adventure.
I think I know just the thing. When I was your age, my biggest dream was to follow my Uncle Fred on one of his adventures around the world. One day, he disappeared. I stepped into the lobby of my uncle's house. It lay just across the hill from where I lived with my mother, your grandmother. She had tried to keep me from going, but I wanted to see if Fred was home yet from his latest adventure. My uncle used to send me postcards from his long journeys. Greetings from Nepal, Galapagos, Kilimanjaro, the Amazon River. This was the first time he had left without a word, without sending cards.
Ja, also, wie ihr seht, ist dieses Spiel sehr schön gemacht, halt finde ich jetzt.
I had visited Uncle Fred's house countless of times, but in the locker, which usually was closed, I found something I hadn't seen before. It was an adventure suit. It resembled the one that Fred used, but smaller in size. Curiosity got the better of me, and I tried it on. It fit like it had been custom made for me.
Ja, und ja, also wenn ihr auch noch was wissen wollt, ihr könnt gerne in den Comments was fragen. Wenn nicht, dann halt nicht.
The most mysterious room of my uncle's house was the observatory. There he kept his newest experiments, and right now it held a pad used for disposing of garbage. Uncle Fred had warned me not to touch any of his things. But, as I said, I was a curious child. I landed with a crash, but thanks to the suit I wasn't hurt. I had no idea where the pad had taken me, but back then I didn't care so much about where I was going, or how I would get home. The suit protected me from falls on the ground, but not in water. I couldn't swim with this thing on. Best be careful. I was sure that someone had been here before me. Someone had built these bridges and carved these symbols, but who? Where were they now?
Okay. Also wie ihr merkt, werde ich in diesem Video wahrscheinlich nicht so viel reden. Aber ich hoffe, das stört euch nicht.
How did you know Fred had been there?
Well, I found a small campsite where Fred must have slept before going further into the caves. I knew it was him because the place was littered with empty packages of his favorite hiking foods. Canned soups, tube food, and instant noodles.
Tube food? That sounds gross.
Oh well, it's not that bad. One winter, Uncle Fred and I went hiking into the mountains, and we were surprised by a blizzard. We were stuck in a small cabin for 2 days, and all we ate was tube food, and cold canned goulash as well. Your grandmother was worried sick, but I thought it was all very exciting.
Okay. Ja, perfekt.
The power core I found activated the suit's grappling device when I picked it up. It must have been left here by my uncle. The grappling device left a sort of symbol everywhere I grappled. I noticed similar symbols already there in the cave, and I was getting more and more certain that this place was where Fred had gone.
Ja, und wenn ihr irgendwelche Besserungsvorschläge habt, dann schreibt das bitte auch in die Kommentare. Zum Beispiel, ob es für euch zu hell oder zu dunkel ist, ob die Lautstärke auch passt oder ob eh alles perfekt ist. Okay. Schau ich wieder nicht. Ja, leider. So.
The adventure suit was fantastic. By combining a power leap with a grapple, I could fly long distances through the air at great speed.
So, ist hier noch was? Nein, perfekt. Aber hier unten ist noch was. Haha. Ja, Optionen. Verschiebbares. Oh. So kann ich die Farbe ändern. Machen wir es mal in so einen Lila. Ich glaube, das sieht recht schick aus. Da bin ich gerade nicht gesprungen. Vielleicht habe ich es. Ja, ich habe es trotzdem noch geschafft. So. Perfekt. Anziehen. Perfekt. Okay. Oh, ein Kristall. Ja. Können wir es jetzt zweimal anziehen? Perfekt. Aber jetzt muss ich mal darüber. Ja. So. Ja, zwei habe ich insgesamt. So, eins. Und boah, so knapp. Schaffen es noch? Schaffen es noch? Schaffen es noch? Oh, Knappe Sache, knappe Sache. Dankeschön. Perfekt. Wieder was Neues freigeschalten. Ja. Okay, anscheinend noch nicht. Aber egal, wir wollen ja auch nur spielen und nicht wirklich freischalten. Also freischalten ist schon schön, aber es geht ums Erlebnis eher. Ihr wisst, was ich meine. Naja, und nächste Folge wird wahrscheinlich, also das nächste Video wird wahrscheinlich über Green Hell sein. Also könnt ihr euch darüber schon mal freuen. Aber ja, und dann nach Green Hell kommt dann eine weitere Folge von Rainbow Six. Und wieder nach Rainbow Six kommt dann noch eine Folge von Story About My Uncle. Also, ja, wenn ihr es kaum erwarten könnt, dann müsst ihr aber leider noch ein bisschen warten.
Did you ever see any of Fred's experiments yourself?
Yes, I actually helped him collect samples for his research sometimes.
To learn about them?
That's right. We found all sorts of things. One time, we went to the forest and found a small pool of water that was full of eggs.
Eggs? Were there chickens in the forest?
No, not chicken eggs. These were small and jelly-like. Hundreds of them. Fred told me that they were frog eggs. He was in for a surprise, though. Guess what happened?
What? What happened?
Well, we took some eggs back home, and one day, Fred woke up with bites all over his body. Turns out, it wasn't frog eggs after all. It was mosquito eggs.
Ah, poor Fred.
I know. He did find real frog eggs eventually. He told me that they were very, very special, but I don't know what happened to them.
Also, schön aufgeräumt hier. Ja, gar kein Schmutz am Boden. Aber die Socken, die stinken ein bisschen. Ich glaube, die muss man nochmal waschen. Nein, die Leiter ist unten. Wie komme ich jetzt nur hoch? Ach so. So, gibt's hier noch was? Da ist hier noch was oben. Mal schauen. Perfekt. So. Und rauf mit uns. Perfekt. Oh. Das sieht jetzt schon schön aus. Aber gibt's noch was?
These blue lights. Did Fred put them here? Or was somebody else here as well?
Aber wie es jetzt weitergeht, werden wir erst in der nächsten Folge erfahren. Also, wenn ihr erfahren wollt, wie es weitergeht, dann schaltet einfach in der nächsten Folge wieder ein. Bis dann. Tschüss.